up, you guys? Jazz Athiat here in Singapore, and as always, thank you so much for joining me on the Night Owl podcast. For those of you who are just joining for the very first time, just know that this is a documentation process. I'm trying to let you guys know what it is that I'm feeling, what it is that I'm trying, the strategies, the ideas, the theories, all that stuff, and where I encounter a lot of these things from. As much as I am a mental health educator, I am also an entrepreneur. I am a single mom. I try to expand my horizons as many chances as I get. And sometimes I can implement, sometimes I don't. But I figure if I let you guys know what it feels like and what it is that I'm working on, then at least you maybe don't feel by yourselves in your own processes, no matter where you are in your journey. I want you guys to know that some of us have been doing this for years and sometimes still feel like we don't know what we're doing. And some of us are just starting out and are trying so many different things, and we get advice from so many different places. We don't even know which one to start with. So here it is, my 2 cents for the day. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the 5 love languages. Now, for those of you who have been following for a little while, you guys know I love teaching about the 5 love languages. Because in my humble opinion, I feel like that is a cornerstone to knowing who you are and building successful relationships. Because if you know how you like to receive love, and that's one set of priorities in the 5 love languages, and then you know how you like to give love, that's a different set usually of how you like to show love, you will be better able to recognize what other people's love languages are. So the more you kind of dig into yourself, the more you realize, where it is coming from other people, what their priorities are, which is their predominant love language, which ones really don't mean that much to them, all of those things. So I was sitting back trying to figure out why it is that I felt stuck in my business. Lately, I've been really focusing all of my efforts into my Facebook group. It's a private online group therapy session where I get everyone together and we talk about different theories about life, love, relationships, stuff like that. And then the second session is about them actually asking questions on the theories that I taught them previously in the week. And then we kind of discuss how it affects them in their current situations in life. Now, even saying all of that, even talking about all of that, made me realize that I love to teach. I really, really love to teach. But more than the teaching aspect, I really, my soul sets ablaze when people actually respond back to me. When I get the feedback, when I get people telling me, yes, I like this, or no, I don't like this, then I know that I can, adjust what it is that I'm explaining so that they understand it better. Does that make sense? So it wasn't until this Facebook group happened that I realized that words of affirmation are one of my strong love languages when it comes to receiving. Now, that's something that I do. I try to make sure I do a little bit of everything when I give, right? My predominant one is giving gifts, but I love to encourage people. I love to, help them understand that they're not by themselves, that they don't have to do all this by themselves, that there's nothing wrong with them, but maybe some of their habits aren't as productive as they could be. So I love giving, in many different aspects. I like using all of the love languages when I give, but for me to receive, it's a little bit harder for me to figure out because I don't let that many people in, y'all. So when I realized that I was getting systematically dejected, I felt like every time I put an effort, I wasn't getting any response back. And I felt when I didn't get the response back, because this is it's an interactive group. That's the whole point of it being a group, right? It's an interactive group. When I didn't get any feedback, when I didn't get any messages back from the girls that were in the group, they didn't respond to any of the posts. They didn't even like a post or comment on a post or show up for the lives or whatever. When they stopped doing those things, I took that to heart. It affected my energy and I felt like I didn't want to do more. It's almost like in an office setting, right? If you sit down and you do all of the work that's asked of you, but no one actually notices that you do the work, you're less likely to do it again the next day, right? You want some kind of a acknowledgement, right? And for me, it has to be in the words of affirmation, mostly because I need the feedback. I need you to tell me, did this work or didn't it work? Does it make sense to you or doesn't it make sense to you? Do you not feel the same way as I do? And if you don't, let me know why so I can understand better, because the whole point is to put your mind at ease and help you understand more about your situations in your life. Now, based on the kind of traumas that you lived through to this point, you may need physical things more than you need verbal things, or you may need acts of service more than you need quality time. It could be any of those things, right? But I don't know until you start giving back to me, until you feed back to me what it is that you need, or what resonates, what doesn't, what didn't make sense, what you did not like, and then I can figure out more about you. So it took me a while, all the way up. It's 2020, right? And it's a Facebook group online, it's private group. But it took until people started not putting in the energy that they used to put in for me to feel like, you know what, I don't want to put in energy either. But why is that? Because I don't feel like I'm getting the love language that I'm expecting. Now, I've repeatedly told them in the group that, you know what, it'd be really helpful if you guys were interactive and let me know what you like, what you don't like, because then I can really tailor make the content. I can make sure that I pull up stuff that, you know, is not redundant, but it's new enough where you can kind of, you know, wrap your mind around it or take some time to see if that might actually suit your current situation or not. And we have that feedback, we have that discussion, because the best thing about a group is you have many different perspectives and many different life experiences and many different ideas and beliefs and values that you can all discuss, so that maybe if you think that, you know, your life and your household is the only way it should be, and you hear that somebody else has it done a little bit better, and it feels like to you it might be, you know, earth-shattering, mind-blowing, a better level of comfort and safety, you won't know that until the other person opens up. So for me, it took this group for me to realize how much it means to me to be acknowledged verbally. To be acknowledged at all. Like, I mean, obviously on social media, it's a lot of likes and shares and comments, right? If you like the post, I know you saw it. If you comment on the post, I know you heard the content. And if you ask questions, I know you're really absorbing. And that means a lot to me as a teacher. Can you imagine walking into a classroom where no one actually wants to be there and no one wants to put in the effort? And so, okay, the first couple of times you walk in there and you know this is going to be the situation, you're going to try a couple things, right? You're going to try a different strategy. You're going to try and be engaging. You're going to try movies. You're going to try music. You're going to try poetry. You're going to try, I don't know, acting things out. Whatever it is, you're going to try a couple of things, but eventually, hopefully, something sticks. But if it doesn't, are you going to feel inspired? Are you going to feel like you're getting through to these people? Or would it feel like you're hitting your head against a wall? Like you're trying, but nothing is working. And you're not getting any feedback either, so you don't know how to proceed going forward. And you don't know what to adjust to make sure that, you know, the content lands where it needs to land. So yeah, it was the hard way for me. I figured out, though, that I really, really appreciate feedback. I love comments. I love interacting with people. I am a community person. I am a tribe person. So my tribe, obviously, I need to make sure that my tribal setting, or whatever you want to call it, is conducive to people feeling safe enough to speak up. And if life gets the better of them and they get busy all of a sudden, they don't have the time or the energy to put in, they need to let me know that as well, so I can maybe adjust the curriculum in such a way that it isn't restrictive to them, but it's also available for longer than it was before, like previously. So I like this idea. I love the content that I put out there. And unfortunately, it did take me the long route to figure out that I love feedback as much as I do. But once I figured that out, it changed my thinking as far as classes. I like online classes. It frees up a lot of time for myself. I can record it one shot and then it's out there. But I also like the interaction a lot. And so it's made me wonder whether I should continue private Facebook classes or if I should just make it a public group where they can come in there and use it as a forum. We talk about a lot of things, and then I know exactly what my tribe needs and consistently put out content that way as well. So it's been, you know, a little bit of an up and down here and there, but I like that I learned this. I like that I was able to be self-aware enough to realize my energy was dipping and then figure out why my energy is dipping. And now I know what I need to do to go forward. So I don't know if this helps you. I don't know if this makes a difference to you or not, but I'm hoping this gives you an idea, or at least sparks a little bit of light somewhere where you realize, okay, I'm stuck here. I don't know why I'm stuck here, but maybe I can do a little digging and figure out what I need to change so that my energy is continuously flowing. I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below, and I will talk to you again soon. All right? Y'all take care.